What's up, y'all? It's Nightlife. Here with Sandman, here with D-Rock, and this is What the Podcast. Really heavy times right now. We're going through a lot. This country's going through a lot. Our people is going through a lot. Our black people is going through a lot. Fuck that African-American shit right now. Our black people is going through a lot because we're not really treated as part of being part of America anyway. And that's just to be point blank when you've seen the things that have transpired.
Yeah.
I think it's a moot point, but I'm gonna still ask you, gentlemen, how are you doing this evening?
Shit, man. I'm trying to survive at this point. The way shit going on here, trying to survive. Really, that's all I can do.
Yeah, I didn't cry my eyes out this entire week, and I'm cried out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to maintain. You know what I'm saying, and still put on a face for work, and you know, it's hard this week.
I mean, for me, man, it's just I didn't have to kind of keep my head up straight because, you know, my kids have been with me for the entire week. And it was important for me to be able to try to express some strength and to kind of keep them focused because we just at a time now, man, where they get it.
Uh-huh.
They understand. They understand when justice is not when justice is not being served. They understand when somebody is being treated unequally and somebody is being treated unfairly and being dealt with on a violent accord when they shouldn't be. I know you guys are all familiar. George Floyd lost his life on May 25th. Traffic stop. They was said he had a fake $20 bill. Got hemmed up at this little spot. Was corralled by police. I don't even want to give these cats names. I don't even want to put their names out there. I don't even want to say their names because their names are dirty to me.
Yeah.
You know, 8 minutes and 46 seconds worth of seeing a man life extinguished live is something that is almost indescribable. When you look at the symmetry, you think about what Cap was kneeling for and what he got put out. And the irony that a cop or someone that portraying themselves to be a cop to put their knee on a man's neck, kneel on him, and kill him. You can't even show any more of non-remorse for black people in this country when you see things like this happen.
And the funny part is, man, like people, I had to talk to myself this week. Why are you so hurt? You don't know George. You're not part of his family. And I had to think about it. And it was an obvious answer. I've repressed everything, suppressed everything since Trayvon Martin. Every killing, every situation, because you couldn't walk around holding that as an angry black man. You can't walk around crying your eyes out. But to see how blatant and how visceral and how just unapologetically this man decided to take another man's life without remorse was the pipe bursting. And I felt horrified, number one, for George, but completely devastated that it's gotten to that point, and it's been heavy to live with. And I've talked to a lot of my friends, and had dialogue with a lot of my friends, and they all felt the same way. They were like, yeah, we've had to basically hold this, and we've held all of these tragedies, but this one was just too much. And that's how it was for me. It's too much. It's too much.
It was really hard to be able to put that into words, and to be able to get people to understand. I have friends that are white. I have people that I consider my family that are white. I got people that I consider my family that are my artists that are white. And 100% of them understood the severity of this situation.
Yeah.
They know what time it is. They know what's going on.
Yeah.
They know we being mistreated.
I feel like that's what's different about this, because there's always and I've actually ran into one of them this week as well. But for the majority, there's not a lot of people trying to explain away or rationalize or what was he doing, why was he in that situation. Like, because at the end of the day, I'll give you everything. You can say the man was causing a disturbance at the store. Sure. You could say the man was resisting arrest, because I'm sure that's a narrative that they're going to try to paint. Sure. You could say the man possibly was on some type of substance or possibly on a drug. Sure. But at the moment that you have him face down, handcuffed, on the ground, there's no room, there's no cause, there's no excuse for your knee to be on the neck of somebody who is subdued.
You ain't going at this point. He's not going anywhere. There's literally 3 other cops that got this man pinned down. He's not going anywhere. Where are you going?
Yeah.
See, man,
we can't just put him in the back of the cop car and just have him sit. We can't do that, huh?
Nah, that's true. I'm just at this point, man. We've had too many black people die for them to give us the same narrative at this point. I mean, them being them fearing for their life. It's too many people. It's too many people with you to fear for your life at this point. You call too much backup when you pull us over. You could tell who been pulled. You could drive up the freeway. You see a dude pulled over. You see 3 cop cars. You already know it's a black dude or a minority. It ain't never gonna be a white person with 3 cop cars behind him. It's never gonna be like that. So we at the point now, like, I'm not with the looting. I'm not with that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to run up in nobody's business and break nobody's shit. I'm not with that. But at this point, what else can we do? I'm just not with us tearing down our own area, our own community where you grow up at. Don't tear that down. That's where you live. You don't shit where you sleep. You supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do some shit that is effective for us, not that's gonna hinder us at this point.
Which I feel like in a small sense. So let me get my stance on that too. Is looting and rioting and all of that wrong? Yes. Is looting and rioting and all of that wrong? No.
True.
I feel both ways, because when we try to be peaceful, like you mentioned Cap earlier, we try to be peaceful with protesting. You say we do it wrong. We try to do XYZ and you say, no, you shouldn't do it like that. So then what way should we protest? Because the people are pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Now, to speak on targets, if you will, because the fact that they and do I condone them burning down the police station? No. Do I condone them burning down the police station? Yes. Because that was a symbol.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That had to go. That had to go.
Yeah.
I don't even blame them for that in the least bit. Fortunately, there is no lives lost in that situation, but the symbolism of that had to happen. Had to happen. Now, as far as all of these cats looting and doing all this other stuff, there are some peaceful protesters that's out there trying to do this the right way.
Yeah.
And then there's some motherfuckers from other places that's coming out here that's using this as an opportunity to get a free bag out of it.
And that's what I don't understand. I never could justify to myself, what is you taking a new TV out of Target have to do with what's going down?
They got plants. They got plants coming over here.
Speaking of plants, I don't know if you guys
white supremacist plants in these protests. The cops breaking windows and shit.
Yeah, true. But I mean, we can't put it past what Cass is doing too. We got to keep it real.
No. I'm not trying to justify anything that we are doing to ourselves. I'm not justifying that. But the people that are in the process of fanning the flames, if you will,
did y'all hear about the pile of bricks?
Yeah, they're dropping piles of bricks in cities.
Yeah, I seen that.
It looked like fucking Grand Theft Auto. Shit just out of fucking place. Ooh, a pile of bricks. Right. Wonder what they're gonna do with that.
Right.
And good that these protesters are heady enough to realize that.
Yeah.
But when you have an influx of people,
but let's even explore that, right? There's got to be some type of ulterior gain for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would they drop that pile of bricks? Somebody knows something that they're not saying. You understand what I'm saying?
You remember with the conversation that we was having this week, we've been talking about this for 4 or 5 days. I'm going to tell you exactly why this is happening. This shit goes back to gentrification.
Yeah.
You have people come in there and destroy all of this property and drop these property values on this shit.
And then somebody can come in
these areas.
Yeah.
So your hood's not your hood anymore. Yeah. They buy that shit, flip it, move your ass up out of there, and move other people in there.
That makes a lot of sense.
They just speeding up the process.
That's super sad, but that makes a lot of sense.
It is.
It's sick. This shit is a money grab, man. All this shit is a money grab.
That's why they keep telling them stop tearing down the businesses. You tearing down a business that's owned by a black person. And reality is he cannot pay for the thing to get refixed. He got to still pay the bills on that motherfucker. That's
they fuck burner shit up. They fuck Fab shit up. They fuck Marshawn Lynch shit up. They looting everything.
Wait, who's the first person?
The dope era shit. Burner.
What?
Now I know Burner's his fucking shop out in LA, his cookie shop out in LA. They completely ramsacked that shit.
Get out of here, man.
Yeah. So like I said, man, some of this shit is the looting part of it is like people out there just doing shit. I seen that white people in Santa Monica doing it. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to, you know what I'm saying? They trying to make it seem like it's all blacks. It ain't all blacks. It's white people all over the city running in spots, taking shit just like anybody else. So
it's opportunists.
Yeah, you feel me? They try to make it seem like it's just the blacks. It ain't just blacks doing shit out here. We trying to prove our points. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, the protesters, the ones that's walking and doing that's that Martin shit. We on that Martin stuff. Don't get me wrong. Martin Luther King lives throughout everybody out here with that. But the rioting, I see that as Malcolm X. We tired of taking the same shit you serving us. At this point, we gotta prove a point.
But even through that, Malcolm was focused. And and like I said, do I feel like it's wrong? Yes. Do I feel like it's wrong? No. So if you gon' riot, let's get strategized.
Yes.
Like for example, like you said, like the police station was a target. That was a legitimate, like I hate to point out because I had never pointed out I'm in the military, but in the military, you have legitimate targets. You have targets of interest. You have targets that are vetted, and you say, "Yep, this is what we're going after."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And with there being no leadership in the streets, I think that's what's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like
no leadership. You hit that shit right on the fucking head. There's no leadership. There's not a conjunctive voice out there.
Yeah.
And these youngsters need a voice because they don't know how to deal with this.
Yeah.
They don't know how to deal with this. They ain't had to deal with their civil rights being taken from them. We've went through eras. They just now going through this shit. So of course they bouncing off the wall and fucking shit up. They gonna do that because they don't know how to express themselves.
True.
It don't excuse it, but I understand it.
Yeah.
Then just all the stuff that's going on inside of these riots, like David McAtee. You guys familiar with that brother? They call him the Chicken Man. He just got killed. Like while out in the streets, the police trying to contain whatever riot or whatever excuse they want to give. Another brother, just unarmed, just got killed in this riot.
See, that's just heavy, man.
And then I saw another kid who didn't die, thank the Lord, but he looked like a little Hispanic kid. I can't remember his name. A sniper. It was in the protest. It's just, and there's video out of it right now. So if you look it up, sniper rubber bullet in the protest. He hit him with a rubber bullet. The kid was literally just standing on a lawn rather. And then you see him drop. He wasn't doing anything. He was literally just standing there. And a sniper hit him with a rubber bullet. And now he's got brain trauma.
There's another clip of a little girl that got hit with a rubber bullet right over the top of her eye. And
yeah, I seen that thing.
Yeah. I mean, you can't take the fact that they tearing some shit up, so you gotta shoot people. And I don't care if you're trying to do it in a so-called humane way. The intent is always to kill. It's never to hurt, man.
Yeah.
Not with this shit.
I noticed the way that they handled LA too. Like when it was close to, and I'm trying not to spew what can be construed as hate speech, because it's not where I'm trying to go with this. But I feel like in LA, in places that are not predominantly, downtown LA, that's not predominantly a hood or somewhere that minorities are, they contain that uprising, if you will, pretty quickly and pretty harshly. And it just made me realize that it's almost like they don't mind if we do it, because it's not where they at. And as soon as it's where they at, oh no, we gonna shut this down immediately. You know what I'm saying?
So not that we can ever move past this. I think two questions have to be asked. One question is, what's the end game with this shit? And the second question is, where do we go from here?
The end game needs to be the other three officers need to be arrested. That needs to happen immediately. And the fact that did not happen, is bothersome. Now, I did see the chief of police speak directly to the Floyd family on CNN. I don't know if you guys caught that.
Yeah, I did.
But I will give him his due in the fact that whenever he spoke to the family, because it was third party, he spoke to the reporter, and the reporter reported back to CNN what he was saying, and then vice versa from the family. Whenever he spoke to the family, and it was right in the middle of everything, and there was other reporters trying to talk to him, he would literally take off his hat when addressing the family. And he's a black man as well. So I got to give him his due as far as that's concerned. But the family legit asked him, when are these other three going to get arrested? And he played skate. He put on the best skates I've ever seen and skated around it and basically highlighted the fact that they were fired. I appreciate him saying that he didn't need a lot of other factors to determine whether or not they should be fired. I appreciate that. But the fact that he didn't directly answer the question or did not feel comfortable enough or decided to hesitate as far as whether or not these other 3 officers need to be arrested, I thought was bothersome and troublesome. So what's the end goal? Those guys need to be arrested. Those guys need to be convicted because they murdered George Floyd. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That was murder. And it don't need to be 3rd-degree murder because if you look at it, George Floyd knew who the cop was. And like you said, I'm not going to say his name either. He knew who the cop was. He worked at the club with him. And this cop, and everybody wants to say, I actually had gotten in a conversation with somebody who said, you can't say it's racially charged. You can't prove that. But I can prove that the man wore a Make America White Again hat. I can't prove that.
See, and that's another thing, man. People got to stop doing this shit. Stop trying to be the counter argument in this situation because your ass is wrong.
Yeah.
Stop trying to argue that shit. Stop trying to play devil's advocate. There is no devil's advocate for this situation. A man died.
Brutally.
For everyone to see. Brutally, slowly, timely. What are we arguing about?
Yeah.
What do you mean, but we didn't see what he did? If that was your brother, your mother, your sister, your cousin that was out there, you lose your fucking mind.
Right.
What do you mean? What other context do you need? Bro, there's damn near 10, 15 minutes worth of video there.
Yeah.
We're talking about a counterfeit bill. He didn't go in there armed to rob the place. No. There was a counterfeit bill, and we still don't legitimately know if that was even his shit.
Because there's a narrative that it was a counterfeit bill, and I heard another narrative that it was a check that was bounced. So I don't know which one is true.
Shit, nowadays, man, you go so many different places to get money, so many different places. People don't always check their money. You might have got something, don't even know where you even got it from, don't even remember.
Right.
And now you in a situation where you going to jail or you about to be killed over something that probably wasn't even your fault. That's crazy, man. That's the problem, though.
I don't understand, man, and it's just like, you know, and I can't just put it on white folks trying to make that argument because there's some people that just do that. They do that. Oh well, you know, black on black crime. And we gotta fix ourselves first.
Two of my homeboys this week made that point. You know what I'm saying? They tried to make that point. And like I said, I'm in the military. So I pointed to my uniform. And I said, here's the thing. We swore an oath to protect and defend the Constitution, to live above reproach, to be on a higher standard. They swore an oath to protect and serve, to live above reproach, to be held to a higher standard. That's why, like, old boy down the street who's robbing somebody didn't swear an oath. Mm-hmm. Is not the person whose job it is to protect people, whose job it is to help enforce laws justifiably. That's not his job. That's not what he swore an oath to do. That's why this one is different. That's why every police shooting is different, because you're supposed to be protecting us. Your job that we pay you for is supposed to be protecting the people. And your bias and your racism and your bigotry, you have failed the contract that we have set between the two of us, that you're supposed to be the person protecting us.
The problem is these cats is running around here as police officers and stuff. They're some regular dudes, man. They're regular dudes.
Yeah.
And when you a regular dude, you got regular dude problems. You got regular dude baggage. You got regular dude vices. You got regular dude, you got regular dude, like, you know, biases. You have.
I'll say this: the same argument you making right now is the same argument that's in the military. We some regular dudes.
Absolutely.
But I'm held to a standard, and I have to be accountable for my actions. Period.
True.
I have to be accountable for my actions. I can't do nothing out the way because I'm going to eat it. And they walk constantly. There's no accountability. That's the other thing in the what are we going to do thing that needs to change. These cats need to be accountable. They need to be held accountable for their actions. We need to start getting in local government. We need to start putting ourselves and interjecting ourselves in whether or not who's the mayor, who's the sheriff, who's the police chief, who's the representative, and don't just sit on the sideline. You need to attend city hall meetings. I very much so plan on doing it myself in my city. You know what I'm saying? We need to, like, marching is cool, but and I think it's necessary. It's very much so necessary. But we need to be thinking about next month as well. Next month is I'm in your face now, and you gotta see the black face. And that's how I'm fighting right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Looking at what has been happening to us, and the reason why we're so institutionalized and we are in the situation that we're in is because everybody says that, oh, black people got to stick together and we got to be one and all that shit. Okay, great. That's a good idea in theory, but as long as there's money out there, we ain't gonna never be one. Because people have agendas, and their agendas are of a financial nature. And when your agenda is of a financial nature, you will always look out for that dollar first, and they don't give a fuck. So the voices that we have, the people that we have that step up, and that this carousel of people that speak up and they voices and they do this and they do that.
Yeah.
When Jesse Jackson stepped up, here, take this paper and get your ass out of here. When Reverend Al Sharpton stepped up, here, take this paper and get your ass out of here. That's what we against. The problem is that we don't have the money to be the influence to be able to get these motherfuckers out of office. So we need to be able to try to create our own PACs, to be able to do our own lobbying, to be able to go up there to have our own agenda and fight our money with their money, so that way we have a voice. Because they ain't gonna be listening to nothing but the sound of that paper going back and forth. If you don't have that type of shit, you ain't gonna be able to make any fundamental change when it comes to nothing. Because if you don't own shit, if you ain't own shit and you don't back shit, you ain't shit. Because the country treats us like that.
Yeah.
Until we able to fundamentally do that type of shit and be on that, and you can get your Jordans and Oprahs and Tyler Perry's and all of these motherfuckers, you know what? To be on
all these. Consider that. Where they at right now?
Hey man, a lot of people, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna say that because I think a lot of them, there's some out there that's working on the low. I ain't gonna lie. I'm the type to move in silence. I don't like to have my shit out there.
Bro,
so I feel like
that's not the time. It's not the time for that.
Yeah, you got.
It's not the time for that. I'm sorry. I put out a fucking post that said, you know what, man? I don't need my leaders to be instrumental. I need some vocals on my shit. I need some people to stand up and match their mouth with their dollar and get out here and speak, because that's what these kids are going to be able to respect.
But I will say this: shout out to Floyd Mayweather though, because he's paying for George's funeral.
No, but I want to say two things though. One is I feel like this is the moment. I think the George Floyd thing, it happening, is a terrible thing. I think it is the moment where it has sparked that change that's gonna come, at least for the black people themselves, as far as kids and they teens looking at it going, man, I want to be some type of change in this world, or get into a certain area where you can make a change. I think people need to read or watch that movie called The Spook That Sat by the Door, because that's one of the deepest things to watch, because it shows a guy going from a neighborhood, coming from like the hood, going into school to get into the CIA, and then coming back and teaching his own people, even people that don't even like him, he don't like, and teaching them how to overtake the government. You feel me? Like, to have that mindset, we need somebody that can do that. We're not saying like to go out and kill or nothing like that, but the mindset of teaching us how, you in this high area, how can we make movements where we ain't gonna get hurt and killed every day? You feel me? We need that out here. I feel you with that. You want people out here showing what they doing. I feel that. I like vocalists too. I do want that. But the people that's doing it on the low, if somebody else tell us about it, at least that's something. You feel me? But like, we need something. We need something to change. We need that change. They telling a lot of people to vote. I think voting is good for us. I think people need to look into what those things we're voting for so we can make the change, at least in some way.
Absolutely, but that's exactly why I'm saying this can't be quiet weapons for fucking silent wars and shit. This can't be that. This can't be that right now. People really, really, really need to make their voice heard.
Yeah.
Because you know what? The conversation needs to be had. Because the people that are on the outside, like some of these white people and some of these other people of different races that think, oh, it doesn't affect me. Oh, I don't understand. Oh, I have questions. Oh, I'm scared to speak up. You got to tell them what time it is. You got to tell them and give them a reason to be investing in what the fuck you doing.
Yeah.
And part of that is not only having a video that's out there showing this shit happened to this man, unfortunately, but also people being able to speak about that and to say that shit is wrong. We just don't have, I just don't feel like we have enough of that shit.
See,
and that's why we have this.
And I was trying to give benefit of the doubt. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to speak ill on these cats. You know what I'm saying? Until I I need to make sure I look at it. But I just went to Tyler Perry's Twitter. Then I just went to Tyler Perry's website. And I don't see nothing. I see him speaking about, like, said he spent the past few days with extremely heavy heart, high-level conversations. You don't look like me. People may not believe what I believe. Yada, yada, yada. But you posted about it, B. What you doing? You know what I mean? I'm about to check Oprah. I'm about to really call cats out right now.
I'm just tired, man. The Michael Jordans of the world, all of these people of high influence and high power. What are you doing? Why isn't it that you guys don't have an elite circle? So where you guys could just go and say, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and pull this money and make this move. We got a candidate. We about to push all our bread in. And we about to move them into a situation so where we can be spoken for. We don't have a voice. That's the problem. That's the problem with this fucking election coming up. Now I'm gonna give Biden some of his due because he has some background in regards to the civil rights movement. So I will give him some of that. But the thing is that he's just not the vehicle to be able to drive that because he can't talk worth the shit.
Man,
he doesn't have the persuasion and he doesn't have the way to speak.
That man said to Charlemagne the God that if you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
Here's the thing, right?
That nigga lost me there, bro. Okay,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Biden does not. He's a gaffe. He's a walking gaffe. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Here's what I got out of that, and I think I hate to be the person to try to white-splain for him, but this is what I got out of it. I think he was more so trying to say if you don't see that Trump is racist and doesn't mess with you, and any vote for him, if you're not voting for me, then you how can you not? You know what I'm saying? Your blackness depends on that because he don't care about you. That's what I got.
He need a hell of a black woman
vice president. Said that better. Heck yeah, you could say that better.
Yeah.
But that's what I got from it.
But
because I was outraged too. I'm not.
I mean, for me, with that too.
No. Wait, D, you was about to say something. What you about to say?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
No, I was saying he need a hell of a black woman, like a vice president.
Oh yeah,
and she gotta be
bad.
Legit. I wish Michelle Obama would come out of nowhere and just say, yo, I want to jump in it, but we probably won't get that. So
I would love it to be Kamala Harris, but she is dirty as dirt. She's dirty, bro.
Yeah, I see her on.
She's dirty, bro.
She is, and that's probably who's going to end up with too. That's probably who we end up to.
Hell no, they got some other ones out there. Hell no, there's some other black women that's out there that's really trying to look out for, especially with this time going on right now. Joe Biden is calling some women just to see what they're saying, see how they feel, checking temperature. Because if a woman ain't speaking like a black woman on the street right now, you ain't getting no respect. You ain't no point about even talking to that person.
Now, the funny thing is that we've been talking for 35 minutes, and Trump's motherfucking ass ain't even came up in this whole situation. So that just lets you know where we at. No, it's important that he's brought up in this situation because, for one, he's basically made it known that he's going to target minorities anyway. Hey man, you looting, we shooting.
Straight up said that on
you
on
bringing
Twitter.
that you bringing that back from
that's a callback to a racist
right
individual back in the day who said the same thing. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what the name was.
That's sad, man. When your own president is openly just saying, "Go ahead and shoot him if you see him looting."
Dude,
white people out here sniping and everything. That's what I'm saying. You see, I'm not saying every person that's getting killed is by a white person, but it seems
using these code words. He been using these code words. Yeah. Remember that whole COVID shit when COVID was when they was doing the protest, talking about open up the country back up.
Yeah. When
he told them cats to go liberate,
they had ARs and it was ready to go.
You know what that means? They walking up on City Hall. Running up on cops in their face with loaded weapons.
With the strap.
Nothing happening.
Walter Headley, that was his name.
They're fine people.
Walter Headley, 1967, said when the looting starts, the shooting starts. And he was known. He was a known racist. He was a known racist.
I don't know why people are surprised, man. Trump been racist way before he got into being a president.
And the crazy part is, hip hop used to glorify Trump
because the money make you look cool.
He was a trend, man,
and people was friends with him. And all of a sudden now I don't fuck with him. Well, nigga, you was fucking with him way before when he was racist. Still, he just didn't show it as much. He was on Donald Sterling.
But that's our history, though. We have a history of being able to back brands and to back motherfuckers that are traditionally racist against us, and we still spending money with it.
People.
Tommy Hilfiger and all them fucking designers and shit.
Yeah. People
don't want niggas in their clothes. We don't want people in their clothes.
OJ Simpson ain't black, but a lot of people out here doing the same stuff he do. We may not even see it like that.
Candace Owens,
doing the same stuff.
Herman Cain.
Come on now.
These people that have been bought to be the black friends. They were bought to be the black friends. Ben Carson, Kanye West.
Which is
sad, a long time.
Bought Kanye to West be the black friend.
He was great.
That's all it is. They use them motherfuckers, man, to put them over there and say, "See, I'm not racist because I say these things and I still have a black friend over here."
Or we can say it like Trump said, "Look at my African American over here."
Right.
Man, what was up with the two black ladies though? Why they had to come up there and do that shit? That shit was terrible.
Sapphire or whatever their names are.
Dummy and Dummy. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, them two dummies. They was like really up there going for it. And then people always want to say, "Oh, Trump done a lot for black people." When? Because he let people out of jail? Because Kim Kardashian came and talked to you, or whoever came and really talked to you and told you? Don't get me wrong, I'm happy for them people that got out. They got to go where they got to go. But there's a million more people in jail that's in there for wrongful crimes, nigga. You ain't letting out. So don't play it like as if, I do a few things like this, they're gonna think I'm great. Hell no.
That's the black friend complex too.
Everything Trump does is for ratings. He knows Kanye West brings ratings. He knows Kim Kardashian brings ratings. So Kim Kardashian, God bless her for doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold her for doing it. God bless her for doing it.
Give her due for that shit.
But at the same time,
she did the groundwork.
It wasn't benevolent.
Nah. And that's been the problem with this whole presidency. Is we just give him way too much power by listening and repeating and saying shit and trying to argue with this motherfucker. The press trying to argue with his ass all the time. What the fuck you arguing with him for?
Yeah.
All he gonna do is say some dumb shit about you and get your ass up out of there anyway. You just making him look good. You giving him the soundbite. You giving him that clip for the day. That's all he want. Yeah. This motherfucker sitting up here did more golfing and tweeting than he did anything as far as being able to see what the next steps of trying to not only see how this country is going to be able to heal in this situation, but to even deal with the COVID shit.
True.
But my thing is, he's a failed president, but there's still people that
Vote
support
for
him.
him. Yeah, they're gonna still vote for him.
Because
So
they brainwashed.
My thing is, us as black folks need to show up because we showed up in 2008. We didn't show up again. We did, like President Obama almost lost the second time. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't show up.
I think it's
We
a
need to
change.
show up.
It's gonna be a change, man. I think it is a change. Today, the days before, it is a change. And if it ain't a full change, it's gonna be something at least. But we can't stop now. Not saying we need to keep fighting, but at this point, we can't stop now. Groundwork is late. That's the thing we do. We get a little peace and we like, all right, we're gonna chill for a little bit. We can't stop now. At this point, we need to look at the death toll rates for black on black crime from the moment this thing really started. Because I don't think there's a lot of black on black crime at this time. I think a lot of them banded together.
And that would be an excellent point to bring up.
No, they've debunked that a long time ago. You kill what you're around. White on white crime, black on black crime, there's not much disparity between the two. You kill what you live around.
And you gotta be able to think about purpose in that situation. Because situations where they talking about people are basically retaliating for shit, for their loved ones being killed, people trying to survive because they ain't got no motherfucking money, so they out here robbing people, and they gotta shoot people, and they trying to protect themselves. This shit is gonna happen. Impoverished neighborhoods where they ain't got shit. The reason why they impoverished and they ain't got shit is because the government don't give a fuck about it. Right. So you're going to have crime. You have crime in poor white neighborhoods too, because of that particular situation. If it ain't no money and it ain't no funding and the government don't give a fuck about you, you're going to have crime. You're going to have people getting fucked up and people are going to die. That shit is going to happen. But it's up to people to be able to see through that situation and stop trying to use that as a crutch.
That's why I keep saying
that as a counter argument.
That's why I keep saying what is going to change
for the senseless killing of black men.
What's going to change stuff is us changing it at a local level. The president, everybody's always like, "Oh, I'm just going to vote for the president," and the president ain't the one that's going to be fixing what's going on in your neighborhood.
Legislators,
dude, and these niggas, they don't even look at these ballots, even when and that's the problem too. Is you can go vote, all you want to, but if you're just closing your eyes and you picking a motherfucker, it don't matter. And you just saw a sign where a motherfucker's name was bigger than the other name, and you remember that name, and you go over there and you vote.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Is that?
Honestly, I think you're giving it too much because how many of us are really voting at a local level? How many of us are going to the polls? How many of us going to the polls?
Absolutely, I agree with that.
A lot more now.
Part of that has to be like to do the homework to do that shit.
Yeah, and it's
find out who's who and what they represent. It's not hard to find that out.
I'm not a resident of this state. I'm a resident of Virginia, and it sucks because I don't got my finger on the pulse of what's happening in Virginia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can't do anything here because I'm not a resident of California. You know what I'm saying? But you best believe I'm going to be understanding what's going on. I'm going to have an understanding of who's running in this local government so I could talk to my people and be like, look, even though I can't do anything with this particular situation, I'm going to give you the knowledge. If you're not looking, I'm looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and even reaching back home and talking to my peoples and just trying to get understanding of what, because you can read some stuff, but being there gives you a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So even reaching back to my people and being like, what's really going on? You know what I'm saying?
I desperately.
But we have to change it on a local level.
Want to be and are going to be more active when it comes to that type of stuff because I need to see what's going on, man. Yeah. I'm just tired because there's too many people that don't represent us that's making these fucking decisions and that's putting us in really bad fucking spots and don't give a fuck when something happens. They don't.
Yeah.
The people that are in power right now are these same motherfuckers that try to excuse that shit away. The same people that go, okay, well, this is third degree murder. What the fuck is third degree murder?
Third degree murder. I'll tell you exactly what that is. Third degree murder is oops. That's third degree murder. Manslaughter is oops.
You have, obviously, if you're going to charge one for murder, that means there's 3 accessories. What am I missing here? What am I missing?
And that's what needs to go on, man. Social media. It needs to go from fuck a throwback Thursday. All that shit needs to go out the window. It needs to be Teaching Tuesday, Future Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Suppress Monday. Get your ass off this shit and stop looking at it. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be moments where niggas need to start changing how we do stuff. You know what I'm saying? People stare at their phones.
Look, we ain't gonna just talk about it and not be down for it. I'm not saying that to you, but I'm saying that to the people watching. We ain't gonna just be talking about it. So everything you hear us saying, we really finna do.
It's time to start doing it.
Challenge you to do the same.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like we got to find a way to be able to go, okay, it's not all about what's cool all the time.
Right.
It's not all about what's cool all the time. We so busy trying to be the lemmings to follow behind everybody and try to figure out what's the next big thing. Fuck being trendy right now, man. Hold your motherfucking dollar.
How about being trendy? How about we make someone join the police force be trendy? How about we make someone becoming a lawyer be trendy? How about we make someone who, you know, is involved in local government? Like, that's the issue. We keep glorifying things that are built as entertainment. So if we can, and this is going to sound bad, this is going to be really raw and it's going to sound really bad, but we dancing for fools.
Yeah.
Run this ball.
It's shut up and dribble, nigga. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Get like, play this song. Ooh, that sound good. Run this ball. I'll be behind you, but don't protest.
Yeah.
Don't try to get in the government. Don't try to.
No, politics is not your thing.
Don't try to change our comfortability level.
No, entertain us, please.
Nobody is going to give us what we need. We have to take it.
I mean, I hear what y'all saying, and I'm down with people trying to get into some type of law enforcement thing. My only thing is, if you come to police, make a change. Like, I seen a black woman on Instagram, and a white officer was walking through, pushing on protesters, trying to choke something out. She grabbed him, threw him to the back, and told his ass to go sit down somewhere. You feel me? We need more cops or more black cops to stand up like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you to come up and be the hardest person in front of us out of the two white cops and you. You want to be the toughest dude. We don't need that.
Bro, that blue line is a motherfucker, though.
It really
For real.
It really
that blue line is a motherfucker.
It changes.
You saw the line of cops they had to bring old boy up out of his house, right?
When was that?
They had a line of cops when they finally arrested old boy. There's a line of cops to get him out of the house. Now, I understand it, because if not, they would have killed him. You know what I'm saying? But it was telling to me that it makes it look like they support it. That's the optic that it gives. You know what I'm saying? Like they support him. You know? But I mean, they had at least 100 cops out there.
Yeah, it's a tough thing, man. And it just made me reevaluate a lot of things as far as, you know, financially, what it is that I need to do and be prepared to do with my dollar. What am I going to do with my dollar? I'm going to make my dollar speak for me.
I'm going to say this about Blackout Day. I think it's a great idea. I think it was not necessarily great to do today, when all the primaries are today. What I was, and we need to have some type of central voice. Is I didn't see Blackout Day today. I didn't see Blackout Day supposed to be some other days. They got like a whole week of stuff.
The 7th.
No. Yeah, that's the main one I saw, the 7th of July. But I just got some information that they were like, you need to do this for this particular week, and this week you need to do this. This is like who's running stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like,
y'all get
this doesn't need to happen. This doesn't need to happen for a day. This needs to be a fundamental change.
But then we need leadership.
Fundamental change, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, where's my money going? Yeah. Am I gonna put money into? I'm gonna put my money and backing into this candidate, into this pack, I'm going to put my money into this business. Move away from spending money on brands that don't reflect me or people that don't look like me, and spend money there.
We ain't got football no more.
Nah, but there are brands out there.
No,
there are brands out there. There are brands out
I
there.
just want to shout one out. I want to shout one out. I want to shout one out. I want to shout out my man Mammoth. I want to shout out Mammoth. That's my man, and he's a local brand, and his clothes, his designs are dope. He just did a custom pair of shoes for me. So, you know, I want to take this time to shout him out. I want to shout out American Cream.
Yeah,
they big. I fucks with them. I got a couple of their shirts.
You know what I'm saying?
True Boss and Love Vallejo.
There you go. Dope Era, you know what I'm saying? You got a whole bunch of them.
I want to shout out Dope Era. Shout out to Mr. Fab.
Collective. There's a dude out in Oakland. He makes his own shoes, jeans, jackets, all kind of shit. I'm trying to get on that level. Let me tell you something. These niggas is putting big prices on. I'm with it. I just ain't there yet. So I'm gonna shout you out though. Send me something. I would be liking that. But I also, it's funny, you know what I'm saying? And I say that, but I'm down to spend money at all times because a lot of things we do with black people and black businesses, we notice that you can go to Gucci, go spend 2 racks, whatever. You walk out, you happy as hell. You're promoting their business without even, you know what I'm saying, without them giving you anything for free. Yeah, but when a black business come to you, say, yo, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, help me out, and you say, yo, give me that for free and I'll rock your shit. No, ain't no rocking my shit for free. You pay 2 racks. This 200. You ain't gonna spend that money though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where it gets always for the low.
It's always for the low.
This is from Mammoth. Mammoth customized a pair of sneakers for me. I'm gonna put them on blast right now. This is the 10 City logo right there. Sitting on the shoes. Paint in Full is what he's going by now. Going that way. Yeah, Paint in Full. That's the 10 City logo right now. You know that's me and Nightlife. On this shoe, it's my Sandman logo sitting right there. You know what I'm saying? With drip on it. You know what I mean?
That's
like, and I will support him. Period.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because he out there working hard. He just got commissioned to do this huge painting for a Nipsey Hussle, and it's gorgeous.
That's respect.
You know what I'm saying? Respect. It's absolutely gorgeous. So shout out to them folks, man. And I say that to say, I won those shoes on a raffle. I gave him extra money because of stuff I wanted on those shoes. And I gave him that extra money happily because I support his business. I have multiple shirts of his in my closet because I support his business happily. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to get back to a Black Wall Street. Yeah, they burned it down.
Yeah. It's time to recreate it.
It's time to recreate it. I agree with you 100%.
And you can virtually do that, man. There's companies, the internet makes it so much easier for you to be able to find these black-owned companies and spend money with them. I mean, shit. One United is a black-owned bank. Best believe I opened me a fucking One United account.
Yeah.
I want to look into that. Definitely. I want to do that. I mean, honestly, man, if you really go online, yeah, that's real. But I was watching, I think y'all probably seen it, the thing on Netflix with Killer Mike. And he went and did Being Black for 3 days. Eating everything, doing everything black. Let me tell you something. When I seen that all black everything, that thing was like, it was like a gate was open. I never even knew that. There was so much stuff black people created that we could get, that we could just substitute for a lot of stuff that we use that may even have businesses that don't even like us.
I'm gonna have to check that because I haven't seen that.
Yeah, man. It's allblackeverything.com. I follow them on Instagram and everything. They even got phones that are by a black business. Listen, iPhone is doing it for me right now. But in time, I might pick that up as a second phone, maybe just try that out. But that's really just like, there's so much stuff you can do with just all black businesses and everything.
And I want to make sure we say this, right? Because this is where I feel like our people are amazing. Because I'm not boxing out our allies that are not black.
Yes.
And most black people are not boxing out allies that are not black. We try to focus on ourselves, but that doesn't mean that you're not valued as an ally. You very much so are. I created a song that we'll play later. And I actually got to, you know, there's going to be some stuff coming out later. There's an MC goes by the name of Glitch One. He just did something over the song. That's going to be later. But the person who mixed it is a great friend of mine. His name is Saint Mike. That's his stage name. White brother. Been dope forever. Been on our side forever. Been somebody I could count on, call on forever. So I can name countless people. J.O., Mike Strange, in our group, 10 City. I could count on them. I love them brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not boxing out our white allies and our Mexican allies and our Asian allies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to make sure that's clear.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you're saying with us trying to focus on ourselves is things that other races have been doing. Jews have done it. Irish have done it. Most Asians do it. Most Indians do it. We
got Chinatown and a Koreatown.
Yeah,
pretty much in every big city.
What I'm saying is, it's time for us to focus on building ourselves up as well. But that does not negate or alienate those who legitimately love us.
Yeah, and respect us.
And are just as horrified at this situation. You don't understand how many of my friends have reached out to me that are horrified about this situation as well. And I appreciate y'all and I respect y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that's known. Even through the midst of everything we're talking about.
No, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say I'm cool with that. I'm down with people that are non-black coming in and wanting to do stuff and all that. I'm all for that. Just don't come with like asking me about all this Black history stuff. Do your research, look up stuff, really do it. I wasn't born knowing everything about Black. I didn't know everything about Black. My mom, my dad, the books I read, stuff I learned. It comes as you go. Be around us. You want to go to a protest, go to it. Don't act like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm here now. I got Black people around me. You want to act a different way. Don't do that. Stay who you are,
right?
But respect what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, people hitting us up saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Checking on us. I love that. My people that are not Black hit me up saying, "Hey, man, are you okay? Are you safe?" I respect that. I appreciate that because you care about whether or not I'm doing okay, and that's good. And I need that, but the people that want to just ask hella questions, I don't need all the questions. I need you to do your research on your own or do what you need to do. Because in my moment, I'm doing what I need to do. Nigga, my moment is to survive. That's all I can do right now.
And I'll be completely transparent. And I went back and forth for whether or not I was going to say this on here. There was a moment on Friday, you know, this last Friday when I went to work that I was not interested in having a conversation with anybody who wasn't Black.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because I have hatred in my heart towards anybody who's not Black.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew that those individuals who were my Black coworkers are literally in the same state of hurt, despair, shock, trauma that I was in at the time. And I was in a straight state of trauma at that moment. And it wasn't respect of screw these white folks or screw these Indian folks or screw these. No, it was I want to have dialogue with somebody who literally understands what is going on with me.
Exactly.
Right. I don't need you to solve the problem.
Yeah.
No.
And that's or try to counter the argument. I'm not looking for that right now. And that's exactly the same. That's the same thing. You know, you go into work and you just like, okay, well, I'm gonna just put a good hat on and do what I need to do to get in and get out.
Right.
I'm not trying to seek out to have these discussions. And I applaud people to come up.
Let me put this face on.
Right. I applaud people that come up in that, you know, hey, just checking on you, see how you're doing. I don't have a problem with that. But we're not going to get into the discussion because I already know that there's some people that have different views than I do, and it's not the time for me to have this discussion here. I'm not willing to go.
It's taking everything for me not to blow up anyway.
Right. You say something stupid, then I'm going to say something stupid, and it's going to be a problem. So rather than even get in that situation, I'm gonna keep it brief. Thank you for checking on me. Appreciate it. I'm good.
And then people might even take what I just said. Oh, it was you just always in a state of anger. Yes, because they're killing us, and we're mad about it, and we have the right to be upset about it. Understand that we have the right to be upset. For anybody that wants to counter what I just said, we have the right to be upset.
Absolutely,
definitely.
So yes, we are walking around in a state of rage, and we're trying to keep it under wraps because you don't deserve it. It's not you that did it.
And
you gotta understand that what we're dealing with, what we're holding on our shoulders, is heavy.
And even that, to get into the all lives matter and Black Lives Matter thing,
that was not the one.
It is really, really important that you understand that this is not a club. This is not a club. This is not a Me Too shit. Stop trying to do that. Blue lives matter. All lives matter. Black lives. Okay.
What Black Lives Matters means at its core, I will make sure this is clear. Stop killing us. Our lives are not to be thrown away. They have purpose. They have value. Yeah. That's all Black Lives Matter means.
We've been getting killed.
Everything everybody tries to counter argument with, we're not saying our lives are superior to yours. That is not a part of that sentence. Black Lives Matter means stop killing us. Our lives have value.
Yeah. Listen, man.
We were 3/5.
Yeah.
We were 3/5 in history. We've never been counted as a complete human being from the gate.
True.
1865. Knock that shit off.
Listen, man. All lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter. You can't say that until Black Lives Matter. If Black lives don't matter, then all lives can't matter. That don't make sense. It don't go together.
This has been a recurring theme for a long time.
Yeah. But you got to see it as a whole, though. Even as like they showed on CNN, all 50 states are protesting. But not only that, you go to France, you go to the UK, you go to Spain. They everywhere. At this point, it's not a fight with just us Black people here. You're gonna fight the world at this point. You want to bring
that's why I say I appreciate our allies. All 50 states, what I'm seeing for the most part, are not just Black faces in these protests, even in the peaceful ones. I'm seeing more white faces. I'm seeing more Asian faces. I'm seeing more of everybody in these protests. It's not just Black folks, and I appreciate y'all for that. I want to make sure that if I'm getting turned up and angry, I'm getting turned up at the ones who say, "What about?" Don't say "What about?"
Yeah.
Be silent.
Yeah. That's true.
And just try to have some empathy and understand.
Yeah.
It ain't about the what about. But for the ones who have that empathy, the ones who express that empathy, the ones who clearly and benevolently walk in that empathy, I appreciate you and I applaud you.
Yeah.
Because we need you. And I'm done.
Yeah.
It's gonna take more than just us to be able to flip the switch on this shit.
Man. Absolutely.
Yeah. But like you said, all them people you see, them Asian faces, them white faces, they all got signs that say Black Lives Matter because they know damn well what you out here for. Don't come out here for a minute and get it twisted. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is a real thing for us, and even us as black people, we our lives matter. We sat there and fought with the minorities. You know what I'm saying? With the Mexicans getting the border built and all that shit. We ain't with that shit. We ain't waiting for that. We all come from, you know what I'm saying? In the same way, we all got brought to this motherfucker in some way. So we here together. We gotta survive together because they want to hurt and kill us all. Shit.
Facts. That's why it hurts my heart to see anything other than unity between Black, Brown, Black, Asian, Black, and like we are all part of the same struggle.
Yeah. Shit, we grew up around damn near on the same blocks. The Asian dude own the market. No doubt, no shit. You go to the liquor store, the Asian dude own the liquor store. Shit, you family just like anybody else. We call you boss like we call the Indian dude boss at 7-Eleven.
Right.
Shit, at the end of the day, it's respect.
Yeah, man. It's really hard when we look at things and we talk about how the country treats us, how America treats us. And I don't even think we even went into the fact of the police being used as a weapon against us because they know that ultimately that's our kryptonite.
We got to talk about that. We got to talk. What was her name? The one that weaponized the cops that told that black man that I'm gonna call the cops, and I'll tell them that there's a black man, there's an African American man harassing me, and she said that because she knew.
I remember that.
Happens all the
What's
time,
her name?
man.
Dude was bird watching. I remember that shit.
Yeah, she said that because she knew what the ramifications of saying there's a black man around and he's harassing me, that they would be there lickety split.
Yep. That bitch was choking her dog out while doing that shit.
And they took her dog from her too.
That's
SPCA
good.
took her dog from her.
That bitch was choking that motherfucker out.
When it's almost the same thing when crimes are committed and they blame it. Oh, it was two black guys that did it.
Yep.
When they did it.
Yeah.
Because they already know that we like that's like the dog whistle. That's like the dog whistle for us, man.
Yeah.
And that shit is crazy that is allowed to happen and people are not being held accountable for that. Now people are being fired.
Amy Cooper.
People are being fired.
Wow.
That's her name. Amy Cooper.
And the dude's name was Cooper too. Something Cooper too.
Cooper, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Amy Cooper.
I mean, but that's a regular thing too.
Yeah.
And you think that's gonna stop? It's not.
See, my thing is this: when you see all these black people die, we hear it every time, man. We see it. They say another black person has died, and then somebody come ask us, "Oh man, did you hear about this? How you feel?" Don't ask me how I feel, because I'm seeing this all the time. This is not a oh, I'm shocked moment, motherfucker. Like I'm tired of seeing that. I'm tired of our faces being put up. And then what they want to do is when they kill us, they put up these images of us as like that one picture that dude took one night with his middle finger up. You know what I'm saying? Or that one time he had a drink in his hand, he looked hella like nothing.
Because that paints a narrative that they want to see. I'm gonna go find the most damning picture of you I can find.
Yeah, and they're gonna go dig
up.
They're gonna go dig up your your history and dig up your bad shit.
That's why I appreciate the picture that they found of Ahmaud Arbery, of him smiling, clean. You know what I'm saying?
That's all you can find. But see, that's all I'm giving.
No, there's another video that's come out of a confrontation, and they just released it on purpose. Another conversation he had with police.
Yeah,
so where he was shirtless, sagging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he still wasn't doing nothing wrong. He was in a park by himself, doing nothing.
Yeah.
Rapping.
That's what they're gonna do. They have to do that. But I mean, at the end of the day, like we give them that with that middle finger shit. Like I be telling my nephew, man, stop doing that shit, bro. That's nothing good. Like I haven't took a picture like that probably since I was like maybe 14, 15 years old. And the one I did take, I took that shit down quick as heck because that's just not who I am. As a person, as a people, we shouldn't be. What the fuck is you throwing your middle finger up for, man?
Right.
It should be about people want to call themselves bitches and hoes or this nigga and that. You know what I mean? I say the nigga word a lot, and I'm working on that. But at the end of the day, man, we kings and queens out here. We princesses and princes out here. We gotta really show what we trying to do and make that change because I'm tired of seeing us people as black people putting the middle finger up or you got a hella drinks and weed in your hand and we're gonna smile again. I ain't even on that. But this is a podcast. I'm more or less on a video doing some shit. But on some real like me making a video, it's either me doing a show or me doing a skit or me just talking to people and telling them something. I'm not with the whole I have hella bottles, I'm doing hella shit, I'm this and that. I'm not with the money to the face. That's just not who I am. And I think people need to start
we need
changing.
to stop promoting that in the entertainment that we're providing other individuals.
That's true.
Yeah.
We need to stop making that the thing that is, and that might make me sound old or out of touch or whatever. But at the end of the day, people respond to what they see, and if they keep seeing us look a certain way, then they assume that all black people do is, oh, I'm Henny thugging it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to portray something else. That's why in the 90s, when self-destruction and being Afrocentric was a thing, like, they had to respect it. Everybody wanted to rock an Africa piece, even white folks.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
The strength in that, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what was promoted. People still gonna follow trends. And we're trendsetters. Let's set the right trend. Let's be responsible with it. Let's not let somebody tell us what's cool. Let's be the ones that tell them what's cool again, like we normally do.
I mean, they're gonna steal our shit forever. Let's be real. They've been stealing it since way back in the day. We're gonna be having our shit stolen forever.
So if that's the one thing that we can say that we actually do have control over, then why not be responsible with it?
Yeah, that's true. I give you that. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard now because I want to slap everybody that say the N-word off a song. I ain't gonna lie. My partner, he'll take me to like the bars that be full of white people. Don't get me wrong. I fucks with white people. But when it's packed house and it's just me and him and we the only black dudes, only black people, it's a little harder when they put on songs that got the N-word and they don't bleep it or nothing. They play that shit full. And white people
You watch your mouth.
Bruh, I can't beat up a whole club as big as I am. You feel me? I can be hulked out and get my ass whooped. So at the end of the day, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? So I try my best to be put myself in environments where I don't have to feel like that or feel so uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say nigga so much. I'm working on that. That's something I'm working on personally with myself. That I just don't want to say nigga so much.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we need to be responsible with our music, and people might feel like, and on the flip side, there's times where you got to be visceral, and I understand when people use it, but just for the gram or like what I'm saying, or just for the clout, for what? You know?
Nah, man, it's like there's levels to our coolness, and it comes with some unfortunate side effects, and people tend to gravitate towards, unfortunately, and it's up to us to police that and to clean that up. And I think in time, with the way that the world is working in this particular fashion, because like these protests and all this stuff that's happening right now, I don't think this is going away anytime soon. I really think this is going to last a while. This is not
which is refreshing, man.
It needs to happen.
How many times do we get the I'm mad, and then next week did Drake come out with an album?
Yeah. Like, okay.
Back to
everybody's rocking hoodies for like a week and a half.
Right.
And then it's on to whatever else. Everybody got a I Can't Breathe shirt on, and then it's on to whatever else. It's like it needs to be in the It needs to be in the forefront. It needs to be out there. It needs to be like
this one is different.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I appreciate that.
This is the spark right here. This is it.
I was telling
I appreciate that.
I was telling Sandman, the one thing that I absolutely hate about this situation and is the fact that now I got to teach my kids how to deal with the police as a life skill.
Yeah.
I have to teach them what to look for, how to talk, not to park in unlighted areas.
Yeah.
When they tell you to pull over in a highly populated area. Don't go into no overpasses where there's no cameras.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Yeah.
Don't even give them a reason. And it's to the point now where it's like, man, we have that. And it changed my mind. I don't own a weapon. I've never owned a weapon. I've never shot a gun. I never shot a gun. And I never shot a gun.
Me either, man.
But you know what?
I want to go.
But you know what?
I'm an avid gun owner, and I love guns. Come see me.
Best believe.
Listen, I'm hitting you up saying, man, I'm
now,
trying to learn, bro, for real.
I'm going to the range.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do too. For real. I want to learn.
I'm gonna get me something.
Get me one.
Because I'm not. We're not gonna be caught out here flat-footed, man. It's not happening. Definitely. It's not happening. This is not the time anymore.
Because
we've been
everybody else. See, I keep doing black, white, black, white. But they got guns. And like I said, me being military, I'm around a whole lot of them. They got guns, nigga.
For real.
Yes, like, and I put the nigga on that for a reason. They got guns, nigga.
I'm telling you. And that's kind of what I've been seeing now, though. A lot of black people been promoting and posting pictures of them together, a man and a wife, their kids and guns laid out on the floor. Because
I saw that.
Playing with that.
The youngin had the strap,
the AK or whatever.
Somebody said the little baby should have had a 22.
ain't shit wrong with that now.
I ain't mad at it at all.
Listen, there's a man out there right now I've been following for like maybe the last year and a half. His name is Derek Grace. That man right there, dude, he all about black wealth and building black people. He got a board game. It's like Monopoly, but it's about building black banking and building yourself up. I'm gonna find that for you. I'm gonna send that shit to you. And like he really all about it. He's taught his little daughters how to, change a gun, take it all out. They know what it is when they got their eyes
blown. I know what you're talking about.
Yes. This man is the dude. Like I follow him and he really all about teaching black people how to fucking get right in the world and take what is yours. So I learn every day from that man. So that honestly, that's the type of people I look for.
We're gonna drop the link in the description for the YouTube video. Most definitely.
But like people like that, and David Banner's all about black people and black businesses and stuff like that. So I like people like that.
Him and Killer Mike.
Killer Mike is another one. Always.
Killer Mike had a speech. When they was rioting in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. I advise you to watch that.
Okay.
That completely changed my mind with some things. Mm-hmm. To hear him speak in that manner and in that tone, and it got me to understand a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. Which is like, there's ideologies and there's purposes and there's things that I have to change about myself. And in regards to how I'm actually approaching everything, and I need to start changing the way I think. And that's why I've been talking all this financial shit, because
most
definitely starts there.
True. Yeah. And that's real, man. And that's honestly how I'm talking to my nephews and stuff. Like my oldest nephew, he's 17. I talk to him about females. Don't get me wrong. That's a normal conversation for a man to have. But at the same time, I'm picking his brain. What do you want to do in life? Like, what do you want to do after high school? You feel me? Because college is cool, but if you don't have a real mindset for what you want to do or an idea, and you struggling with grades and you want to go to junior college, if you ain't really in school, don't go to school. Figure out what you want to do. So now I always kind of put in his head, man, you could be a barber, own your own business, do your own thing. And honestly, a barber can never go broke. Nigga, it could be a quarantine. A nigga will hit you to get his hair cut. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to teach him, man, own your own shit. Don't let nobody control you. You know what I'm saying? Figure out how to do this. You guaranteeing me a free haircut because I'm not gonna ask you no questions. You're gonna do it, whether it's bad or good. My hair long enough is gonna cover it. So we gonna make it happen.
No, family, I can't even make that same.
You got the Jordan. You doing good. You in the game. So, and it's just like that's what I want to teach my youngest nephew and my other nephew and nieces. Let's figure out what you want to do at a young age, and let's start focusing on that. So when you start building yourself, you already know where you're going. You don't need nobody to get in your head and say, "Hey, yo, you should do this." No, nigga, I already know what I want to do. This is what I'm interested in. Yeah. So, and that's what we need to start teaching them.
That's how. No offense, saying, man. That's how you end up in the armed forces. When you don't have
Oh yeah.
When you don't have things, when you don't have things lined up that you want to do with yourself.
Absolutely.
And when you don't know what you want to do with yourself, then sometimes you're pointed in that direction.
No,
whether that be something through your family or whether that just be through saying, "Well, I ain't shit else. I got to do this."
Yeah, no, you're right. I was going to school, junior college, 2 years, and I'm a bright kid. I always got great grades in high school. I speak very well. You know.
Yeah.
It's because of where I grew up and how I was raised, and the fact that I am bright. I was going to school the first time, but I had no real direction of what I wanted to do. Though I was going to school, and I didn't have to go to class. Cool, baby. This is young me speaking.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. I gotta go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mess around, got on academic probation. I'm so bright. So in between that time, I knew my mom and them were gonna let me stay in the house for a year on academic suspension. Won't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Either I was gonna have to work, something's gonna have to happen. So I ended up talking to recruiters in that moment. You know what I'm saying? But because I am such a bright kid, I got off the academic probation before it was time for me to leave. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I don't want people to feel like, cats who come into the military are just dumb. Like, it's some of the most brightest people ever.
Oh, yeah.
You are 100% right. Without direction,
it kind of leads you in the way of going that way. And ain't nothing wrong.
And I appreciate it. It was for me because I met my wife because I was in the military. Exactly. I'm set up as a family because I'm in the military. My wife had benefits before she became an RN because I was in the military. Like, I have my house I live in based off a VA loan because of the military. Yeah. I appreciate what I have. No, but I had direction. I wonder what my life would look like.
Yeah. And I definitely wasn't trying to say that as a slight to.
Oh no! I didn't think so. I didn't think it was. I'm giving context.
That's true. And that's honest. And with reality is my cousin is in the military. He's in the army, and I'm scared for that man every day. But at the same time, now he's seeing what's going on here. I know he probably feel the same way about us and his mom, his dad, and all his family living here. We in a danger zone. But at the same time, going to the military, that's good. But like going for them 4 years, them first 4 years, figuring out what you want to do in that time is good. But if you don't have an idea or a plan by them 4 years, my dad always said, if you don't, at them 4 years, you ain't got a plan, or you don't know what you really going to do is going to get you the money that you're trying to get, stay for the 20. Get the whole 20, get your pension. You're only going to be 30-something when you get out. That ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, unless you go in a different. Exactly. So you feel me? It's all worth it at the end if you're doing what you need to do. But work on something, especially with people that are in the military now. They're seeing this. If you coming home or whatever, start figuring out what you're gonna do to help us here. If whatever you're doing or whatever you're trying to gain out of being in the military, bring it here and help us. Teach us some shit. Like you said, you trying to teach us how to load and shoot a gun. That's one of the biggest things people out here need to learn to do. Because niggas have shot their own people by accident on some stupid shit. I've seen
and I will say this on the low, like, because we need some type of community because it's been too raw. Hey, bro, the fact that y'all both ain't shot a gun, we got to fix that, and I got you.
Let me tell you something. I've been around people with guns. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I've been around niggas with guns, and that shit scares the hell out of me because they'll pull it out at weird moments. That'd be the thing about it.
I got you.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why I'm not owning the gun. I was at a dice game with my brother Harold. We out there on the block. Cat's getting mad. Dude pulls out a gun and he starts waving this shit around. First, there's a dude he's gonna fight. So he takes the gun. He said, "Yeah, this gun is real. Here, you want to hold that shit? You want to feel it?" And he gave the dude the gun.
No.
Yo. So the dude. So.
No.
Wait. It gets better. So dude looks at the shit and says, "Yeah," and then gave it back to him.
Stop.
So dude starts going off. And shoots the gun and damn near shoots me in my foot, dude. Like, that was it for me, man.
Listen, man, I ain't never had a situation like
there's a whole first time story. I ain't even got time for all that. But
That
gave him
all
that
sounds
happened.
like straight out of a movie.
I could have made a movie out of that one night.
Hey, nigga,
Swear
this
to God.
gun real. Look at it. You
Hey,
right?
Just like
hey, Harvey, I'm gonna be real with you.
baby. Here
Hey,
you go.
I'm gonna give you credit.
What?
I'm gonna give you writer's rights for that because I might use that in my show. I'm not even gonna lie. That was like some shit that I was like, bro, that's perfect.
What is going on?
Hey, you get rights to
that's
that. I'm
what he
about to put your
did.
name on that
I
shit.
swear, I'm not lying.
Right.
I'm not
You
lying.
come up with a joke for that, bro.
Hey,
Listen, I'm about to put that in my
Oh,
show. That's some real shit. That's
he
funny
said
as
the
fuck.
old boy. Yeah, this is my gun. Yeah, nigga's real. Yeah, you want to hold it? You want to feel that shit? Here, and gave it to him.
You right. That's
And you right,
that.
and gave it back to that nigga. And I was like, yeah,
That's funny. That's hilarious.
craziness.
Yeah, see, I never had a
Crazy.
situation like that. My partners usually they just be. I don't know why, like young niggas back when we were young niggas. I don't know why they always like they gotta pull it out like at the moment. They gotta act like they tough as shit out of nowhere. Like you be chilling, smoking a blunt, and then they just bounce like, "You want to play with me, nigga?" Like what? And my nigga pull out a shotgun, like literally pulled it out. This shit was under the bed. Nigga flipped the bed. You want to play with me? No, nigga. I never wanted to joke in the beginning. I was chilling, smoking. What happened? Dog, I used to think weed was a serious problem. I quit for 3 months because I thought weed was a serious problem. Niggas be just, I'm telling you, my partner drove me, right? We going to pick up weed. I don't know why weed was involved, but I'm going to pick up weed. And bro, like, how you feeling? Say, I'm good, my nigga. I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Just got off work. I'm good. That nigga just pulls his hand over, drops the glove compartment with a gun in it. Like, why is you showing me this? Like, I'm just showing you I'm always ready. For what? We live in Tracy, my nigga. What, you gonna shoot a cow, my nigga, because it's tripping? What is you doing? I'm telling you, all day, this is what I deal with. I love my niggas, but these niggas is weird. So they be like, touch it. No, I don't want to touch it. Like, that's instant jail. Yeah.
must be crazy.
So the problem is I've never touched a gun because most time when niggas have guns, they scratched off. They ain't no license. These niggas is young niggas with guns.
Unregistered to me.
See, I'm cool with that. See, and then I had the moment where my sister did a movie and she put me in it, which she gave me one line. But we ain't even gonna talk about that because how's your movie and I just get one line. I'm somebody. But so she had the movie, right? We did the walkthrough. She had these biker niggas. This real biker niggas with guns. Like, they had real guns. They was pulling them out, unloading them. Like, here, y'all can use these for your walkthroughs. Nigga, no. I don't want to touch your gun. But these the people that's playing cops, they grabbing them, working on scenes, doing Charlie's Angels shit. I'm like, bruh, I can't fuck with this. So I just won't touch them. You feel me? I don't touch people's guns. I just don't trust it. And especially if you don't have licensed guns.
Look, mine is registered. If we rent some where we go, we'll probably rent some.
I'm down with that. Listen, I'm with it. If you telling me we gonna go, I'm with it. I'm not even gonna fight with you. I'm with it.
For me, I want to do that, man. We got to do that.
Yeah, I'm with it. Whenever y'all ready, I'm ready.
So I appreciate y'all for this because this interview was, I mean, this podcast was heavy. So
Yeah.
we needed that little moment of reprieve, man.
Definitely.
All right, so on top of all of this, now that we done black powered y'all to death, so
give it to them some more, man. They need it.
No, I think we, you know what I'm saying? We did our shit. We did our shit with that. Man. So you think and we still got COVID, huh?
Man,
yeah, nigga.
COVID is about to, that shit gonna hit with a bang at the end of the year. This shit right now.
Bro, 2 weeks now. We need to know what's happening once they open everything up.
Didn't know if it was still there.
Well, shit is open and closed. You ain't seen it? They beating shit open. They don't give a fuck. You can be closed. We beating it open.
What happened?
Real talk,
I opened up early.
Real talk, we just went and had lunch at BJ's.
Yeah. But my question is this now, because now see,
like a bug, bro.
We're there with a mask. Walking in there with masks on and nobody got a fucking mask on. We like,
my question is this though: when does this curfew end? Because nigga, we on curfew. I can't even get out the house right now if I'm hungry for a burger. Everything closed.
Do you want to get out the house right now? No.
Yeah, exactly.
At 8 o'clock.
Dude, I'm not trying to catch.
I'm scared.
I'm not trying to get gun butt in the back of my head by these fucking
y'all ain't watched the. The problem is y'all didn't watch the Jordan Last Dance, and y'all niggas didn't forgot what Jordan said. He said, "Nigga, if I give you 10 pills of aspirin for your headache, and one of them is a bad one, is you gonna do it. Nigga, how bad is the headache? Nigga, how hungry am I? I'm hungry. I'm hungry as shit. I'll take that risk for a Jack in the Box up the street right here.
No.
You should have brought you enough supplies so you can make the illest sandwich ever about this high.
Yeah,
meat, you know what I'm saying?
See, that's tomorrow. I gotta go to the store tomorrow.
Get your ramen together.
Well, I've been eating so much ramen, man. My sodium is gone, bro. I can't even think straight, bro. My blood's so high from all that fucking ramen.
You need to stop eating that.
Man, I'm telling you, I had to.
Get your ramen together. You know. Oh, look, I'm going to tell you what to do.
Like a tax return and shit.
Tell you what to do. This is my wife Mexican. I love her, so this is what we do. Get you one little tostadas, right? Get some little put a little sour cream on there. Go get you some lunch meat. Throw that lunch meat right on top. Go get some shredded cheese. Throw that little on there. Throw you some tapatio on there. Good eating. You're welcome.
As a Mexican half sandwich, I like that. That's when you, instead of folding it, it's just a hard plate underneath. You just eat that shit up. I like that too, though. I'm with that.
You laugh when you try that, though. You gonna text me here in a minute and be like, "Hey, bro,
mayonnaise sandwich. That's all that shit is. Goddamn
mayonnaise sandwich. Be like, hey, bro, that's pretty good right now.
See, I'm looking for a female that know how to make a deep fried quesadilla. I don't know if you ever had one of them before. Out there in Stockton, they got a place called the Royals, bruh. That thing right there make you slap somebody. I ain't gonna say your mama because I love my mama too much, but it'll make you slap somebody. So I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Come with me with a black question. Will I get that shit? I'll slap you. I might slap you. I ain't want to, but I got to. You talking too much.
And then you see, brother, oh, this is my quesadilla. All right,
just like that. But you gotta hit him with the burden in the name of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? They say, brother, let's pray. Put your head down.
No.
Especially if they got a lot of meat on the back of their neck. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, they gotta free some of that meat. You tell them, go ahead, brother, bow with me. All right. Whap, brother. Go ahead, go do your thing. That's all you gotta do.
No sense.
None. These all jokes, people. Please, I'm saying these all jokes. I ain't gonna hit nobody. I'm just saying.
People, you don't see that. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. People. Hey,
trying to lighten it up because we didn't bust y'all on the head.
Listen, I'm gonna make an apology video tomorrow. Don't even worry about it. I'm just gonna do it all over again and cry. Did you? Okay, since we own a little bit, I know we're about to leave this topic, but I just want to bring this up because I've seen this recently. There was a black girl named Tokyo Jets. I don't know if y'all heard about this. So this girl was playing around with her friend or whatever, this dude, put him in a chokehold. And then she was like, when she got up off of him, she was like, I'm a George Floyd your ass.
Stop.
Yeah. Went out her way to say that. And then I don't know if it was a day later or a couple hours later, she made a video apologizing, but like she crying and shit like that.
Yeah.
But see, my thing is like
I've seen the same thing with the two white girls, a white boy, white girl, and they made that TikTok about how to make a nigga.
Yeah, that one terrible. Don't make no sense.
Right? And they was, oh, I'm so sorry, and then she threw him under the bus super hard, like he made me do it. No, he didn't.
And they don't need to act like it's just them. Because whoever, you know what I'm saying, racism ain't installed in you. That shit is taught. So whoever teaching them that shit is also need to be in trouble too. But man, I think our focus be so lost. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times when, like even with this police thing, whoever doing this shit, whoever killing us, that's who our focus need to be on.
Facts.
We give out information on a nigga that slapped somebody. Fuck all that. I don't need that nigga's information. We gonna get him later. He gonna get hit. But what about the dude that did the killing? It ain't like he living in some like foreign land or some shit like that.
Oh, they had him held down for a minute because apparently when he was in the house before he got arrested, he couldn't get no DoorDash at all.
No,
he couldn't get, like basically DoorDash would come up and either A, they would realize who they was delivering to, or B, the people would not let him in. So before he got arrested, he was hungry.
Oh yeah.
Please believe that.
And trust me, they sitting in jail hungry for that ass. They gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? Keep thinking you gonna get away.
I heard he possibly being bond. I gotta check it out.
He probably shit. They gonna give him bond. I ain't surprised they give him bond. That's
and all the mother cops.
$500,000. That's a house.
That ain't nothing. That's what I'm saying. They gonna and that's easy. That's easy for them. But a black man do a robbery or do a black dude defend himself in a way, he go to jail. His bond is $2 million. You know what I'm saying? It's out of this world. Mama got to give up her house and a car and all that shit like that. That just don't make no sense. They showed them pictures though. You feel me? You see all them pictures, dude. I don't know if it was Eric Garner. One of the black men being killed for selling loose cigarettes. Yeah, you got a man being killed over something else. You know, selling CDs out the back of a car, and then you got a man
playing with a gun, playing with a play gun.
Exactly. You got the white man who killed 9 people.
Child, by the way, I want to point that out. Tamir Rice was a child.
Yes,
exactly. But then you got the white man who killed 9 people, and he over here sitting here getting a drink of water, you know, handcuffed sitting against the tire, drinking water.
Burger King, bro.
Yeah.
With Burger King, they made a stop at Burger King for him.
Exactly, some crazy shit. And then the other dude you know what I'm saying? He killed maybe 5-7 people. He get to get some good air conditioning and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Where's the respect at?
There is none, because there's more outrage for them. There's more outrage when animals are mistreated.
For real. Mike Vick when an animal mean more than us, that's crazy.
Mike Vick killed a dog. And what? He got 3 years. He got 3 years for that?
Yeah, more than that.
He got 5.
You got 5? He got 5 years for that?
I think he did. I think he got 7. I think he only did 5.
I'll tell you right now.
And it wasn't his fault. It was his brother. His brother should have took that rap.
But just the point of them even saying that could possibly be on the same plane as losing a human life.
Hell nah.
And people be so outraged over that shit. Like, man, so outraged. Like it's crazy.
And then you got our black women being arrested for protecting their children. You know what I'm saying? Shooting a gun off in the middle of ever, just trying to protect their kids or whatever. And they go to jail for 15 years. They lose their kids. I mean, that's the number one struggle. I mean, don't get me wrong, black men, we struggle every day. I ain't even gonna play like we don't. And black women care about us struggling. But man, black women struggle more than I think anybody out here, because they don't get the respect they do for what they do. A lot of these black dudes go out here, they say they don't love black women, they don't love this and that, but nigga, you love your mother at the end of the day, who is a black woman or whatever she is that made you. You know what I'm saying? So we
all wrong. That fool served not even a year. He served 23 months.
See?
Vic?
Yeah, 23 months.
Still felt like forever. I don't give a damn. But still, them niggas need more time than that. They need to double that time. What the girl get?
Well, I was right though. That was 2 years.
Yeah, just a month away.
I was there.
What about the woman that killed the dude when the cop that walked in the house, the wrong house? How many years she get? And shot the dude.
I don't think she got nothing. What did she?
No, she got some years. They gave her hugs and all that.
I don't know what her sentence was.
Both of them, Gene. She got,
I think, like 5.
Let's find out.
I think 5 or 7, maybe less.
She'd have walked in and killed a dog. She got more than that.
Because I think they said she had the most years out of any cop's ever gotten.
Amber Geiger, that was her name.
Actually, no, there was another cop though too. One of them cops that's like in Florida that was like planting drugs and all that shit for like 162 cases or something like that. He got some years. He got real years, but I think she was like the second most.
Oh, 10 years. Ooh.
Yeah, she got 10 years. Yeah, which good behavior she'll get out. She might be, but you know they hook cops up. Come on now. CO's gonna hook a cop up.
10 years for actually legit walking into somebody else's house.
Listen, I ain't saying you're wrong.
Killing them in their house, and you was wrong. And all you got was 10 years?
Well, at this point, if there's a corrupt CO that's going to help the other side to get to them, to get to her, like poison, like whatever that prison break and all that shit, then 100% for it. I'm not even going to fight it. You know what I'm saying? Or
they're going to have her separated from Gym Pop, bro. She ain't going to be in Gym Pop.
Man, they might put her in with the PCs. Man, that's what they usually do. Look at 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine got great treatment.
Shit. All I know,
she a cop. They gonna hook her up.
Is that a black life ain't worth nothing.
At this
moment,
value. We're told
no value
at this moment. We fighting for that. That's what we fighting for. And that's what people need to understand. They always say, "Oh, y'all trying to fight for so much." No, we not. We fighting for to be equal. Motherfucker, you lucky we ain't fighting for everything.
Rights. Basic human rights. That's what we ask. That's what we fighting for. Basic human survivability.
Yeah. That's real. Because at this point, I mean, I'm tired of having a foot on my neck. I'm tired of pulling over and worrying if this gonna be the day that something's gonna happen to me, bro. That's my mama don't need to worry every day.
Because to me, it was a couple times that I felt like we would have gotten to this situation earlier, and one of them was Philando Castile.
That one was the one. I thought that was. We started kind of getting lit after that. That and Sandra Bland.
Just Philando told the cop, "Hey, I have a CCW. I have a weapon in the car." He didn't try to hide it. They didn't find it. They like, "Hey, bro, for your safety, Mr. Cop, because you're so afraid when you deal with us. Hey, bro, I'm trying to let you know what it is. Since you're afraid, and how is it that the mother? How is it that cats who receive training are afraid and act jittery and act turned up when dealing with, and we're the people that have never received training are supposed to be the calm ones?
Yeah.
I'm turned up, I'm jittery, I don't know what's going on, but I have the training. But I need you to be calm, who's never received training in de-escalation.
I'm grabbing tasers. And I think it's a taser, but it's a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's the thing that get me, man. That Oscar Grant was like the first one that really hit me. I think I was 16 when he got killed. It was New Year's. I think I was drinking with my little cousin. At that time, I was feeling a certain type of way after that. Yeah. It kind of just stuck with me from that point. And
let's take him for a rough ride in the back of a
you know, that movie is tough for me to watch. I think I only watched it one time. It's hard for me to
what's the movie?
What's it called? Fruitvale Station.
Oh, then we talk about two different people. So then who's the brother that got
Oscar
killed?
Grant was killed back in like 2008 or something like that at the BART station. Fruitvale Station, at the BART station. The cop pulled out his gun and thought it was a taser and shot him while he was handcuffed on the ground.
Stupid.
And then they just watched him bleed out. Finally called the ambulance after he died. And that dude, they was just going to, I think they were just going downtown or something, down in Oakland to do something. But I'm like, man, that was like the first one. That's the first time I ever really heard. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think about Freddie Gray.
Freddie Gray. I said that one. That one's a big one too.
That's the one that got the rough ride in the back of the paddy wagon.
Yeah.
And it killed him.
I'm telling you, man. See, the thing about it is, man, and then we have so much recording of it, and then they say, like, my thing is, how do you find a dude innocent when you have all this evidence? They say it's not saying what you can say, it's what you can prove. And we proved a lot to you, but you don't take it. You know, you don't see it.
And also, I forgot to mention about David McAtee. He got killed last night. Or not last night. He got killed like that previous night, and his body sat in the street for 12 hours.
That's sad, man.
Yeah,
and then all these riots, his body sat in the street for 12 hours.
I mean, you look at pretty much the grandfather of that shit, the Rodney King shit. That shit is where all of this started, where you could just do some shit on camera and it don't even fucking matter. True. Beat your ass until you take a break. I mean, it is when you see this type of shit and you see the evolution of it with George Floyd,
and that's so
you can't
sad.
help but understand.
The fact that you could even say those words, the evolution of it.
It is. It's where we are now. It's where we are now. It's terrible, but it's where we are now.
Yeah, man.
And the value of Black life is no different than it is now. It don't mean shit.
Hey man, that's why I say, man, they've been, but like you said, you don't want to keep teaching your kids this stuff, but shit, man, I've been taught that shit since I was 12, playing in the street, playing football, going to a baseball game, riding my bike up there. Like at any point, you have to be aware of your surroundings. White kids don't have to be taught this. Mexican kids have to be taught this. Black kids have to be taught this. We go out into this world and we have to, our parents worry every day. My mom always say, back when I was a kid, she would always say, or when I was, teenager, whatever, she'd be like, I can't go to sleep until you in the house.
Facts.
Granted, when I walk in the house, she'd be dead sleep. But when I say I'm home, I go up there and tell her I'm home. It's like a whole new thing with her, though. You know what I'm saying? She'll wake up and say, I'll say I'm home. She's like, oh, okay. And then really go to sleep. Maybe put a snore out there. You know what I'm saying? It's real at that point for her. Yeah. She's okay. So I understand and I respect a lot of Black mothers out there that worry about their kids. And that's the number one thing. Now, I don't have kids. And I worry about my nephews. That's all I got. I want them to be okay in this world and know that a change is coming.
When you say that, I worry about one of my little cousins who just can't. He's just not making the right choices right now. Yeah. So I feel you.
That shit real, man.
I feel you, bro.
So, in order to just put the proper cap on it, I think we need to make sure that we're looking out for each other. We're looking out for ourselves.
Get active.
We get active. Get out there and make sure that your vote is counted. Make sure you know who you're voting for. You know information on who you're voting for. Make these cats pay, man.
Yeah.
Make these.
D-Rock, what is it you said about what you want to do on social media? Because I'm really trying to do that, bro.
So
Killer Mike said, beat up the ballot box.
Yeah, for sure. And that's real. And that's what we need to do. What I'm thinking is, man, people need to start trying. I'm not even saying each day. Just let's start with one day. Let's do Teaching Tuesday. You just put out something that you learned. Maybe you want to teach somebody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even got to be about Black people. It just got to be about something that's getting our mindset different. Maybe it's about wealth. Maybe it's about health. Maybe it's about shit, nigga. I don't even give a damn about sports, but if you put a sports thing out there, but make sure it's something about a Black person doing something to change sports or somebody that created something to help us. I think that's what we need to start leaning towards, because I'm tired of people seeing, we can watch something easy. I can look up something on the internet, on Wikipedia or some bullshit like that and get some half facts. You know what I'm saying?
I got it in my notes right now.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And guys like you, because y'all more knowledgeable, y'all been in the game. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even about fucking book smarts. It's about just knowledge in general. When you get to a certain age, you have so much knowledge about everything. And us as young people, we fight to get that. As much as we fight against you guys about stuff, I think a lot of us, we don't want to hear stuff that people say, but I'm on the different side. I'm 28. I'm damn near about to be 30. I ain't got no time to play around. I need to learn some stuff from y'all to teach to my kids and to my nephews and my nieces.
Yeah, my birthday is tomorrow, man.
Hey, man, happy birthday, bro. Happy early birthday. That's good.
It'll be 37, man, and I feel like I looked up and I'm 37. I looked up and I was just 28. I was just had a different perspective about the world. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's just crazy where we at right now as people.
Yeah.
It's just crazy the perspective that I have. You know what I'm saying? As an older person now.
Yeah. And that's
like a lot of you, man. I'm still like on some funny shit. Yeah, whatever. But on some funniness, man, I was like, when did I get old? For real,
man.
I feel like I woke up and I was old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, go on with that. You just 37. I don't even want to hear that.
Nah, man.
You ain't even
bro. Yet. Like, I'm right behind you though. You feel me? Like, I feel like
I'll be 44 at the end of this month. You tripping?
Dude, you don't understand. I work with 18-year-olds.
But that's good.
You know what I'm saying?
You teaching them,
and they like, man, what was it like for you, old guy? Like, I get called the old guy now.
Listen,
I'm OG.
Young people disrespectful. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. These young niggas is disrespectful as fuck out here. Because right now they calling me old. I don't even like that shit. My nephew be like, bro, you like, wait, oh, Don't disrespect me, little nigga. But it is what it is. But I honestly believe at this age, 28, I believe people that consider themselves old is a mind state. Because my dad,
because I don't feel old, man. Yeah, I really don't.
Hell, my dad about to be 50. He just turned 55, maybe 56. This man travel everywhere. This man don't play. He don't sit around, and he don't need a friend to go with him. He will leave at the drop of a hat and just go somewhere. And I kind of envy that because, man, I took a trip with him to Jamaica, and he showed me everything. He taught me everything.
Bro, I've been to Jamaica. Jamaica is everything.
It's one of the beautiful places to ever go, and I'm going back probably all the time. They believe I'm part of their family because, shit, you get off the damn plane and you got these in your fucking head. Nigga, they don't see nothing else but that. So they say, "Wagwan." I don't even get the hello, how you doing? Yeah. So I'd be like, my brother, where the ladies at? Let's talk. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe we need to do that. Maybe we need to take a trip, get the helicopter.
Dude, if we could do a podcast out in Jamaica, that would be lit.
That would be lit. That would be stupid.
I'm getting crazy, so you gonna have to do some work.
We gonna hey, y'all two married. I ain't even in y'all business.
No, I'm talking to Harvey. You know what I'm talking about. I'm getting crazy.
Yo, okay, hold on. Because we approaching the 2-hour mark. We wasn't even supposed to really go 2 hours, but this shit happened all the time. We just can't stop talking, man. But you know what? The shit that we talked about needed to be talked about. It's important, man. Please stay through the whole thing because it's informative shit. I'm going to go ahead and play for you. This is Sandman's joint, inspired by our horrific current events. It's called One for George.
That's deep right there.
That was One for George by Sandman. Rest in peace to George Floyd.
Shit.
Rest in peace to all that we have lost to police violence, to racial violence, senseless violence. Good to be able to sit with you guys. It was really therapeutic for me to talk about this shit, man. I'm proud of y'all for coming through and speaking. I know I kind of got over my skis a bit at times during the conversation, but um, it's emotional for me, and I'm emotional about it because of my kids, because they're the ones that's going to have to see what changes come out of this. It will affect them more than it will affect me. So, um,
I just
thank
want to
you.
talk about this song real quick, man. Like, I have been crying all week, like I said, but I knew that I wanted to make something to honor George. And when I make a song, I normally never make a song when I'm upset. I tried that one time when I was just angry about something, and I tried to make a song, and it definitely didn't come out right. So I'm normally the person who retreats away from making a song when I'm upset. I normally just detach. I wanted to honor George. I wanted to honor George. I wanted to honor Ahmad. I wanted to honor Botham. I wanted to honor Tamir Rice. I wanted to honor all of our fallen that we've had to deal with these atrocities and these tragedies. When I started the song, I normally start with the meat of a song. Like, I normally get a whole bunch of sounds that I like, and I'll put them together. I'll make the intro after that. I'll make the outro after that. When I started with the song, I literally started with the soundbite. I started with George. George was the focus and the central focus of the song. I filtered out a lot of the atmospheric sounds, that stuff that was in the background, was outside. And I spent at least 30 minutes to 45 minutes just doing that. Filtered that stuff out. And I had the intro first. Before I chopped up any other sample that I used for the song, George was the forefront in the pinnacle of the song. I was going through some vocals, so you hear a whole bunch of vocals singing, like singers on the song. And I go through those voices and just choose which ones I wanted, while having to deal with the fact that most of the stuff that I was hearing as I was choosing vocal one shots or singers, everything was upbeat. It was for upbeat songs. They were meant for upbeat songs, little singing interjections. And I wasn't upbeat at the time. I was hurt at the time. I'm still hurt. So to have to look at the dichotomy of I'm upset, and here are all these vocal singer interjections or one shots, if you will, and I'm going through these, and these don't match, it don't match, it don't match, it don't match. I found ones that could match, because even those were not meant for a sad, reflective song of where I was at mentally, but I made them work. My heart, a piece of my soul, legit, a piece of how I feel in my heart is on that song. And it means just that much to me. God bless the family of George Floyd. God bless the family of Ahmaud Arbery. God bless the families of all of the ones that we've lost. The ones we continue to lose, David McAtee. This needs to change. This needs to stop.
Very well said, brother. All right, so then let's go ahead and close this thing out, y'all. Again, thank y'all for joining us. Thank the panel. Hopefully, there's healing that goes on. These families can heal. This world can heal. You know, our Black culture and people can heal. Difficult roads often lead to most beautiful destinations. Shoot your shot. Go for the win. You might make it. Peace.